Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So in today's video, we're going to take down Melissa's second and final level 10 manifest fight. As you can clearly see, I'm still using the old May stage 4 Battle Simulator Frog Genocide in order to finish off the XP, which is around 37 million. However, there are definitely other ways using, for example, the Overworld or Omegapolis, another dungeon phase shift. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. Alright, so we have 2 clears in this video. I would actually say the difficulty of this fight is definitely not as difficult as some of those tree manifests or other fights that we've seen more recently. I'm sorry that I'm not showing you all the mechanics in terms of what the boss does, but I think the goal of this is to show you a couple of different strategies so that if you do want to challenge this fight, you will do it with little or no challenges at all. Alright, so in our first team, I'm bringing the tried and true traditional manifest team that I usually bring for most standard manifest fights. It's cheap as heck anyways. I mean, you can see what we're using: Yiffy, Yakumo, Alter Xion, and Garyu. And of course, placement does matter, because we want Garyu to be on the far right, being that Blood Contract does affect everybody, and every time he risk takers himself, he reduces his own damage from the from the explosion, and so really, we want him to die first, so that they remove the Blood Contract risk taker effect, so that he can have full HP each time he attacks for maximum damage and maximum hits. Also, we did use Paper Tiger and also establish Awakened Magic Zone. Now, being that Melissa doesn't have magic attacks, we are relatively safe in that sense, increasing our damage by, in this case, 60% while reducing slash damage by 30%. In this case, she does do a ton of AoE damage, and so if you don't have a pure tank or a Blood Contract, which traditionally helps you tank with one of your minions, you're going to have some troubles with this fight. I just decided to cheap it out because, like I said, I'm sure you just want to see the easy clear as opposed to some cool clear. But I do have a cool clear in the second part of this video. That being said, we want to re-establish mental focus on everybody, because at each HP bar that's drained, she doesn't have a lot of HP, but each bar is a full replenishment where she removes all buffs and debuffs from both yourself and her, so that you have to reapply buffs if you want some offensive buffs. Also, the dual debuffs are gone, and so after each HP bar is taken down, she'll counter with a whole bunch of attacks before you have a chance to apply any debuffs. And so tanking is essentially quite paramount. Not sure of any other direct strategy, but like I said, it's mainly for showcasing the easiest way possible to beat Melissa. Also note that at each HP stopper, she starts boosting her own speed as well as power, and obviously, you're going to have a lot of issues with that if you don't clear it very quickly. In this case, having Blood Contract and then reactivating with my preemptive Shade setting move to give everyone mental focus, that's pretty much all you really required. And it did also coincide with reapplying Blood Contract to everyone, because at one point in the fight, all 3 of my minions did take a fatal hit. Yiffy did not take any, since all of the attacks from Melissa are AoEs, and so I'm not really sure what the bees do. Let's not leave the drones out to kill me or anything like that. So again, for those who want to really sleuth it out and battle test every single possibility, feel free to do so. But again, unfortunately, my time is limited, and so I was not able to fully do that for you. But that being said, hopefully you have the team required in order to take it down. If you did follow my Should You Summon guide or the Star Dream selectors, you'll probably have picked all these at some point in the past. If not, definitely Yiffy and Yakumo, and I'm sure Alter Xion is not necessary for flipping resistances, because Yakumo will just burn right through that anyways, and also my 255 Garyu is more than capable of taking down 1 HP bar by himself. And so, again, without Alter Xion, you probably have other options. In case of Melissa, we do get all those. And then finally, Chio's carrying Grasta for the team. Now, I was thinking about a different strategy to see how lame I can get in terms of ultimate defense, and I decided to dust off one of my newer tanks out there. I don't think a lot of you have used AS Lovely, and so I found this one to be extremely cheesy. I hope you like this clear. It's an all AF clear to be fair, and Aldo is doing essentially all the damage required. So all you need to do is first turn AF. You can do whatever you want essentially, because remember, at each HP bar gone, all buffs and debuffs are removed, and so you'll have to restack everything anyways. So full AF bar, try to cast Flare Symphony at the end. You already established Fire Zone, and make sure you cast the tanking move, which is the normal move for AS Lovely. She'll tank all those multi-hits, and for every hit she takes, she attacks, I wanted to say attacks by damage, but applies 50% type res down up to 100% type res with 3 stacks. Not only that, she gives you charges back, and so at the end of the first turn AF, you have another AF right off the bat. Keep in mind that Flash Zone was active, and so we did get extra benefits on the first turn by charging it, but we also have almost a full bar. That's not including us having our Stellar move with SA Aldo. So remember that SA moves can be activated before the real turn starts. Remember, we also only have 4 HP bars. So we just cleared one with the first turn AF. We tanked everything with AS Lovely, which is still active. Her ultimate defense is 2 turns in a row. You can't choose which turns, but they're 2 turns in a row. And then we took down 2 HP bars. This is now the 3rd HP bar with our second AF. Remember, your counter is still active, and so you know what's going to happen after we clear this 3rd HP bar, right? She's going to attack Lovely AS again. AS Lovely is going to counter again and again and again, and charge over and over again, because you can see that Flash Strike got re-established after the HP bar is depleted. All her orbs are gone from Melissa, and so we have 100% type red down again, and keep on recharging our AF to the max. This is a very cheesy team, and I will have to say that was hilarious to see when I was experimenting with this fight. Again, I really hope you like it, and I hope this is very, very simple to you if you do have that team. The other 3 units, of course, are all free units, although they're all at 255, so bear that in mind that your results may vary if you don't have that. If you actually wanted to AF and not use the Flare Symphony, you don't even have to, just Stellar Burst at the end as well. I only had 3 attackers going, so because when you're in Song, Aisha is not attacking, but I don't even know if you need that, to be honest. You know, you can experiment with however you want to do the rotation. I decided to just do it that way, because that way, with the Song active at the end of first turn AF, now your Starworm Slash from Aldo will do a lot more damage as well, and being that all the buffs and debuffs are removed, you know, you'll have to experiment and see what is best. Loadout is as follows. Honestly, the equipment probably doesn't matter except for Aldo, because he's the main DPS. And so, there you go. Let me know in the comments below if you have already beaten this fight, what teams you used. I had AS Radius actually just carrying Grasta in the back for Aldo. Alright, so after all that is done, remember that her moves not only got increased in power, with the Manifest, you do have some new powers available to her. Modifier of damage I haven't tested yet, of course, because this information is all very, very new. But you can take a look at the new increased move. You can see a lot of the moves are now based on power, based on speed. Nephrite Boost now lasts twice as long when in Awakened Zone. And her Glint Gale can now apply triple debuff for all enemies for 5 turns when activated on turn 1 in Flash Strike. So a little bit more utility for such an old anniversary unit. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.